Hello,
Hi.
my name is Samuel Enriquez, and today I'd like to sing Bella Siccome from Don Pasquale. Bella siccome un angelo, in terra pellegrino, fresca siccome il giglio, che s'apprestò il mattino, occhio che parla e ride, sguardo che il cor conguide, chioma che vince le ballo, sorriso incantator, sorriso incantator. Alma innocente ingenua, che se medesima ignora, modesta impareggiabile, bontà che v'innamora, ai miseri pietosa, gentil, dolce, amorosa, il ciel l'ha fatta nascere per far beato un cor, per far beato un cor. Il ciel l'ha fatta nascere per far beato un cor, per far beato un cor. Il ciel l'ha fatta nascere per far beato, per far beato, per far beato un cor.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Rhapsody studio here in Anthem, Arizona for another episode of our Rhapspired video series. You'll notice we're wearing coats today. It's getting cold outside, so pardon that informality with you, but yeah, we're just kind of family here in the community anyway. So again, this Rhapspired video journey of ours is about sharing the inspiration of music as performers, as teachers, as people in our community, and we're so glad you could be part of us. Today we're very excited to have Mr. Sam Enriquez in with us today. Thank you, Sam. Sam is a new vocal instructor with us here at Rhapsody. We are super excited to have him joining us. Recently graduated from ASU with a vocal performance degree, which is a really good caveat for him as far as not a lot of people that really get to that performance degree level and go through that. So we're really pleased to have him. So again, thank you so much for being here, Sam. And we're all about everybody's stories. So I think we're just going to start it off with the age-old question of, hey, Sam, when you started in music, how did you get started? What brought you into the fold with the rest of us musicians?
Well, I started as a musician when I was about 5 years old playing guitar. And then I kind of transitioned to piano shortly after that. Then I joined my middle school's band. I played French horn for 6 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew there was something.
And then when I was 15, my girlfriend at the time convinced me to audition for the school's musical because there weren't enough men. So,
and a singing career was born right at that point in time. You were a French horn player. That never came up in a conversation we had before.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. French horn players are known to be very, very, very intelligent, good musicians because that's the only people that can handle the French horn. So you started on guitar young.
Mm-hmm.
Young. Was that something around the house? Did you guys have music around the house?
So my brothers and I have all been kind of involved in music. Yeah, we started at a little academy Yeah, because neither of my parents play
Okay.
any instruments or anything like
Okay,
that.
so you guys all they put you in a music academy, started doing lessons young and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Very cool. What was the draw to guitar first? Just anything particular?
Honestly, I didn't really pick the guitar.
Okay.
It was like kind of put in my hands,
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of transitioned to piano shortly after.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Piano's such a good thing to have. And French horn, I love that. Did you start on French horn?
I actually started on clarinet. Yeah. And so then after a year of that,
Yeah.
I kind of got like a little bored of it, I
Okay.
guess. So I picked up the French horn.
Yeah, French horn's not a boring instrument. It actually really takes a lot of attention to details. That was pretty, how young were you at that? Was that
I was 11 when I started
11,
playing
just
the
like
French horn.
sixth grade band. Yeah.
Yes.
That's really young to start on French horn. And
Yeah.
that really is. I mean, just, the partial jumping on that thing is really challenging. So you got to have good ears. You got to have good musicianship. Very cool. How long did you continue in the band? I'm going to get to the vocal stuff for sure. How long did you continue in the band world?
So I played French horn for 6 years.
Okay.
I left the band program at the end of my junior year of
Okay.
high school. I was a 3-year All-Stater in Texas
Okay.
on the French horn. Yeah.
Very cool. That's a huge piece that I just didn't know. Texas has big music programs. There's a lot. When you go to Texas, I mean, the joke is everything's big. The music situation in Texas is insane sometimes. I know, not that it's all the realm we all try and go into, but like even in the high school football programs and marching band programs,
Yeah.
the marching band competitions down there and what those directors make. And the pressure is insane sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very cool. So the story is French horn, obviously through high school, very successful French horn player, and then you got pulled over into the stage, into Oklahoma. So not even just to the choir program, it was you really went into the stage thing first and come
Yeah.
there. So as you started getting into that, what really, because obviously you changed trajectories a little bit starting at that point. So what was it about stage and singing that really attracted you to starting to do that?
I don't know. It was just there's a form of like expressing yourself on stage that I just didn't get from instrumental music. It's a lot more vulnerable to me than my experience was as an instrumentalist. And yeah, it really just kind of sparked a passion that I didn't know that I had.
Very cool, very cool. And since you had you done other singing at all? I mean, just even yeah.
Not at
So
all.
so how did that progress for you? Because I mean, obviously if we start in a certain element, especially a stage production, you probably didn't walk straight into the lead role. I'm guessing there was a yes, you did. Oh, he's going to tell me walk straight in. Go ahead.
I was Will Parker.
So did singing come naturally for you? Did it gravitate pretty quickly?
Yeah, I would say, honestly, the fact that I spent so long playing the French horn, I would say really helped me to jump right into singing because I already had like the ear
Right.
and everything.
Well, we know instrumentalists, they're just a natural propensity to learn how to sight read younger. Just
Yeah,
because you're putting
exactly.
the valve down, you're playing, it's there. And like you said, then the pitch accuracy on the French horn is so important. So your ears must have been very well developed coming into that. So very cool. So what then was the finish of your high school career? What other big things did you do singing wise?
My senior year, I was Benny South Street in Guys and Dolls.
Okay, that's a good one.
Junior year, I was Tackleberry in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Very cool.
I was an area candidate for voice my senior year after
Okay.
I left the band program.
Yeah, and were the musicals done primarily by the choir program, or was it a drama choir mix?
It was a collaboration between the two.
Okay,
Yeah.
and were you coming at it from that standpoint, from the choral element?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Cool.
Very much so.
All right, and then you obviously, so you had some good success, All-State French horn, or regional, whatever you
All-State,
call it,
yeah.
All-State for a couple of years. You talked about getting some accolades as a singer as you got to your junior, senior year. Where then did you make that decision to say, this is what I want to be doing, and I am going to find some place to go carve out that next step of education and then eventually career?
Well, honestly, at that point, I had pretty much been on the path to study French horn in college. And so when I kind of found I was becoming more passionate about singing, it was kind of an easy switch because I had already been planning on studying music in college.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That trajectory was just really set for you from
Yeah.
people ask me that too. I think when I love basketball and love playing trumpet, and for me, it was almost like there was never another thought.
Yeah.
You know, for the time I started playing trumpet at 10, 11 years old, it's like I'm just going to be a trumpet player, and eventually I'm going to play and teach, and that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to college and hang out with that. So that's really very cool. What give me one of the epitome, one of the top musical experiences you've had in your life.
Probably singing the Mozart Requiem at Carnegie Hall my senior year.
Yeah, that would
nice.
be pretty good. What year did you graduate?
2018.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
You and Ali are exactly the same age.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
We were in Carnegie her senior year for a big choir thing.
Really?
We'll have to check dates on that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we were, because there was some big events going on there that was all about that stuff. But I'd like to talk the dates on that. I think,
Yeah, we
almost
should.
the exact same time frame.
Wow.
Yeah, singing in Carnegie Hall. I mean, we talk about, I think there's many jokes about, hey, how do you get to Carnegie Hall, all that stuff. That is going to be one of those pinnacle epitome things that if you ever get to do it, it's a check mark on the resume.
For sure.
Other side of the spectrum. Give us one of those worst, you walked off stage going, oh, how'd that just happen events.
So last year I was singing Father in Hansel and Gretel at Arizona State, my senior year. And the conductor for the orchestra, on our final dress rehearsal, she had a family emergency. So we had a student conductor who had never conducted a singer in her life. She conducted my final dress with the orchestra, and it was a complete mess. Everything just dumpster fire. I was so upset, and then the next day, opening night was great.
Good.
It was fine.
Did you get your regular conductor back from?
Yeah.
Yeah, people, you know, you can go through a conducting program. It's a different, not even just directing choir. That's different. Directing a stage production where you got singers on stage and that communication and how, you know, you have to be able to go with a singer, or you have to be able to draw the singer to you to bring them back to, I mean, that's a tough gig.
I mean, for sure.
That would have been tough. That's cool. Yeah, we had a couple of videos where we were talking about like the best and worst stories as musicians, and it's really fun to hear people. So you have joined us here, which I again, I'm so thankful for. And taking that kind of journey into a little bit of teaching, you know, I think when we think long term, who do we have? We had a Dr. What was our clarinetist?
Dr. Julia Lahi.
Dr. Lahi came in, and she's obviously a performance, or your doctor of performance, but she's connected a lot with that teaching side. And I talk a lot about when looking for people, not to find people that just want to teach music or just want to perform music, but there's some kind of layover, you know, the performing artist or the teaching artist, so to speak.
Yeah.
What about teaching kind of excites you? I know you've had a few students since you've been here. Obviously, we're going to try and build that up a little bit, but what about that is kind of inspirational to you as far as bringing it to the table?
Honestly, it's just really inspiring to share these experiences. You know, I'm so passionate about music. I've never felt any connection as strong as I have to music, and it's really special to be able to share that with people.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, again, we sure appreciate you guys being with us today. This has been Sam Enriquez, our new vocal instructor. We would love for you to get an opportunity to come in and work with him a little bit. Give us a call here at Rhapsody, and we'll hook you up with Sam. And you can get some training from a gentleman who's now been through a very, very comprehensive and intense vocal performance kind of training thing. What a great person to learn from. I know he and I talked. He's got, obviously, operatic experience. He's got stage and Broadway type of experience. He's got jazz choir experience. So really the full palette of what a person can do as a vocalist. So we'd love for you to get a chance to come in. Again, our number here at Rhapsody is 623-465-7060. Our email is lessons@rhapsodyschoolofmusic.com, and our website is rhapsodymusicaz. Share this video, folks. If you, we appreciate being part of the journey, but let's share this. Let's keep the ripples of this going on. Let's understand how impactful music can be for all of us. And Sam really just talked about, it's that one thing that really just allows him to have that kind of expression and passion, and the ability to share that with people is just amazing. So we want that to be part of your journey as well. If we can help you here at Rhapsody, come join us. If you just want to share these things and inspire other people, we would like that too. So let's make sure we inspire somebody musically this week as we go through it. Again, we thank you so very much. Sam, again, thank you a bunch for being here. Appreciate you here at Rhapsody. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day.